Hello, so this might make a quick, interesting video. So I'm doing a bit of work on a mate's pond, and what I'm planning on doing is, this was the inlet from a gravity, so the water was pumped out of this pond to a nexus and then returned using this 4-inch inlet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 4-inch inlet out, I'm going to put another 4-inch pipe in, lead it straight down, and I'm going to use it as a siphon bottom drain. That's my intention anyway. So what we're having is we're going to have that drum filter down there, and I'm going to put a pipe that goes down to the bottom, and I'm going to put like a little flange on it so it looks like a bottom drain but upside down. I've got to make that yet. Then it's going to come up to this, out through this wall, and I'm going to put a T-junction on here with a 2-inch ball valve on top where you'll stick a pond vacuum on it, and then it'll run down there to the thing, and there'll be a 4-inch ball valve just before it goes into the drum filter that you'll turn off, stick your pond back on that 2-inch pipe, suck all the air out, and then turn the ball valve off, and it'll just siphon to that, hopefully. That's the intention anyway. So let's have a go at doing that, setting it up, and then we'll get a closer look at how I'm going to do it. Right then, we're getting on with it. So I've got that going down into the water. I haven't put anything on the end of that rubber yet, it just stops there, as you can see, because there's a fish under it, which, you know, isn't good because it will suck fish up, but it's just going to prove the concept for now before I sort of sort that bit out. So it's going to come out of here, this bit's going to have a little ball valve on it, and then it's going to come down 90 degrees. I'm going to put like a 45 there and go off that way into the drum like that. Hopefully this works. So I've done a couple of siphon outlets before, never one this big, never a 4-inch one before, but I can't see why it wouldn't work. I'm hoping that obviously if you fill it up to here with water, it has actually, this can fill up with air without being any problem to the siphon, because it's obviously down here. It's if this bit here gets any air in it, which may be a bit of a problem, because this bit here, so I'm going to be sucking water up here, but this bit may get air stuck in it, so it might need a solvent weld tee on it. I've changed my mind, I've put a solvent weld tee on it. I haven't actually put it on properly, I'm just going to get all the pipe work sort of laid out and then solvent weld it all in. But yeah, that just seems a bit more better. I think if I'd try to get rid of an air gap stuck in there, it's alright if there's air here, but if there's air here, that's just going to, it's not going to probably bother the siphon exactly, it'll still siphon, but it'll make the pipe work as though it's thinner. So it'll make, if you're taking up half the pipe, then you're basically having a 2-inch pipe that's doing the siphoning, not a 4-inch pipe. So yeah, we'll try a solvent weld one, might make life a bit easier. Straight down there, straight across, 45 down there, in, easy on. There's going to be a ball valve at some point, so probably what I'll do is at the end of that 3-metre length here, there'll be a ball valve. No, I won't. I'll make it as close to the drum as I can. If I make it as close to the drum as I can, then there's more water in this line for when I open it up to siphon it, so it just helps. Yeah, I'm sort of making it up as I go along, pretty much. See you in a bit. There we go, that's the ball valve fitted. None of it's welded yet. I've learnt not to weld on camera, so I will not be showing you that. You can just imagine it, but yeah, it's all sort of temporary fitted. Somewhat, when, obviously, they're not all pushed together perfectly well. So what I'm going to do is weld all this, so weld that, and that. And then I can still twist this and then get that right, because obviously it's a little bit cockeyed, but that could be just because they're not quite in the fittings right, so we'll see. And then but yeah, that's the plan. Looks good actually, looks nice. Need to make some good supports to hold it all off at floor eventually, but yeah, it's quite a neat little run. It's also going to be insulated as well. I'm just going to wrap some of that tin foil bubble wrap stuff around it, because obviously a pipe like that would be quite the radiator really, but it is a heated pond, so yeah, there we go. Let's get it welded. There we go, all solvent welded. So I've took the end off of there and actually done a quite good job in it. I'm pleased with it. It's all nicely together and it looks pretty good. Maybe I'm easily pleased, but yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. Need to put a reducer on that to 1.5 inch ball valve or 2 inch ball valve. I haven't decided yet, so I'm just going to leave that bit. But at least we've got the 4-inch line exactly where it's going to travel, and then straight into that drum filter. And then the big ball valve is so that we can switch that off and suck a vacuum on that, filling the pipe up with water, close that, and then turn that off. You don't even need to suck a vacuum on it actually. What you could do is just... Could you fill it with water? No, it's easy to suck a vacuum on it. We've got the inlet done, only one inlet, and then the outlet needs to come to this little K1 chamber. We're going to have 2 outlets on this pond, which is going to be quite interesting as well. The second outlet is going to a tank in the garage over there, which is going to have this bakki shower on it, so the bakki shower is moving into the garage. And it's going to be like a little quarantine tank. Obviously it's connected completely into the main pond, so it's not like a quarantine tank of separate water. There already is one like that, so that's fine. This is for like if a fish out of the main pond is poorly or whatever and you want to keep an eye on it, it can go into another tank but still be in the same water. That's sort of the idea behind it. Also it allows the bakki shower to go in the garage out of the way, so that's the plan with that. But that's a completely different video a lot later on, because that's phase 2 of the project. This is phase 1, just getting this thing running. So yeah, I need to figure out exactly how I'm going to plumb this, because I have no idea. So we're on day 2 now of this. I don't know, I couldn't finish it yesterday, but I did do a good bit of the pipe work. So obviously the 4-inch bit's done. Don't know, if I had £1 for every time I banged my head on that bloody light. Right, the 4-inch pipe's done. There's one 2-inch line coming out, across there, straight into there, out of there. This is a K1 chamber, if I didn't say that earlier. Into the pump, across here, into this heater, although the heater's going to be changed. And this is going that way. It then goes to these 2 ball valves. If you close that one and open that one, it'll come up here and go to the Eric filter, and then go down out of the Eric filter into the line. So it basically, that allows you to just bypass the Eric filter if you want. This goes into a blade, and then the rest of it's going to go up over the wall in there. So if there's too much for blade, you can adjust the taps and let it go that way. If you don't want it to go over the blade at all, you can turn that tap off and it'll just go that way. And then I'm going to put another tap here, so that when water's coming out of here, you can just turn that tap a little bit, and it'll allow the water to actually go to the blade. Otherwise it'll just fall straight down there into the pond. So yeah, this pond's got an Eric filter on it. I always said, in fact I once said to Peter Waddington that it'd be interesting to put an Eric filter after a drum filter. He weren't very pleased with that. But honestly, I just don't think this pond needs it. But it's here. Anyway, let's just say that. I'm not saying any more about it. I'm sure somebody out there still loves them. I'll tell you what, I am pleased about bending pipes. I love bending pipes. I'm not going to lie, I was looking for a 45 degree and I ain't got any. So they've just ended up with bent pipes. I've done a really good job of this one. That one's got a little bit of a kink in it, but I did that one. I did that one on hob, and I did that one with big diesel heater, this thing. The diesel heater's better at it. It just produces a lot more heat over a lot larger area, and it just makes it really quite a nice smooth. There's a little bit of a kink in it, just here. But it makes it quite a nice smooth thing. Anyway, this is going to come out of the tap, straight out wall into the pond, and then I still need to put that on there. I'm hoping that this ain't going to get it away, but we'll see. So yeah, I ended up taking the valve off that were here, go into the thing and putting it there. But I'm thinking that a little bit of water probably will flow over the blade when you don't want it to, but I ain't got a valve. Just want some sort of little slide valve to go there, just to block it off, but I ain't got one at the minute. So it's going to have to be like that. This, we're just going to see how we go for now with this, because the trouble is, if somebody's like messing with it and they just crack that valve, it'll just like let air in and kill the siphon. We'll just see how we go. So I'm just wanting to draw a vacuum on that and see how we go. And I've obviously put the 4.5" on there and that, so that's all ready to go. I just need to put something on that end into the water. I really want to try it, but we'll carry on with getting that to the pond, and I've put a pump down here. So that pump runs all the way down there to the drum. So that one's just going through a drum and doing nothing else, but it will eventually pump over the shower. But for now, it's just going to return to pond, because obviously I said the shower's going in this garage here and drop it in. So we'll get to that when we get to it. So this is the pipe that's going to go all the way down to the bottom. It's just got a 90° on, which is going to sit onto that. And I've made it so it's just about 1/2 inch off at bottom. It's very close to the bottom. That way it should suck up from the bottom. But my original plan was to put like an upside down bottom drain on it, which is, if you've ever seen a swimming pool surge tank, they have like a thing round it to stop the air spinning down to the bottom. So that's sort of what I wanted to put on the bottom of this, like basically like a wall plate. So as it comes in the wall, it's got that bit that makes it wider, so it goes into the liner. One of them on the bottom, just to stop the fish getting in there and that. But just gonna try it for now, like 1/2 inch off the bottom. It should be pretty close. The only sort of issue is whether it can suck up the line or anything like that. It may also be too close to the bottom that it sort of restricts the flow a bit. We're going to try it, we're going to find out. We're going to start with this and practice and then move on to next and that. So let's get this on and see how we're going. So that's actually a good indication how deep this pond is. 52 inch I think I cut this pipe at. Yeah, something like that. Right, that's that on there going down. Actually it doesn't look too bad, really. Should we test it? I really want to see if it works. It's not really ready, but I can learn a bit of water into the system, and then I can turn it off and see if it'll hold pressure. So let's test it. Right then, so I've turned that valve off down there, and then I'll turn this one on. I think everything's reasonably tightened up. And then, obviously this is a little bit of an ass for my little Milwaukee shop bag. But I mean, if this can do it, then anything can, so we're alright. We'll see. Right, let's get going. I can hear water moving about. Sucking in air. Oh, that's really sucking in water. Oh, is it just blocking it? Oh. This is full of water. Let me get back to you. Not quite sure how it's really managing to suck water in, but let's try again. Yeah, it's really sucking water out. I'm just going to leave it a few seconds. 1, 2, 3. Let's turn that off. Well, there's water there, so that's a good sign. Go on then. Let's drop the pond level now. Let's open this and see if it fills. Ooh, too excited. Oh, that's a bit tight to do it one end. There we go, look at that, it flows so well. That's unbelievable. Oh god, it's coming out of all these holes. Yeah, it flows well like that, doesn't it? Look at that. Slick pond one filling up a little bit. Just stopped it. Ah, I'm so pleased with that. Right, I think I've got it watertight, so I'm going to fill the system and see where we sit. So let's just open this valve. Right. Well, at least it's kept its siphon for an hour. Filling up anyway. The pond's a bit low, so it's not going to flow in majorly fast. Can hear it running down pipes. So it must be going in here. It is. Have a look down here. Yeah, pond one's filling up. So yeah, I've not done an amazing job with these pumps return. They're just flexible pipes going in there and in there. The reason for that is because in phase 2 we're going to be going through into garage with stuff. Well, this one's definitely going through into garage. This one probably is going to still return there, but I'll neaten it all up when I'm doing that. I don't want to like plumb in a pipe permanently in there and then find out I've got to remove it when I do that one. So I'll get to that. But that's alright for now, as long as it works. Yeah. Right, I'm going to put some, let it fill up a little, well, let water go out the system, find all my leaks, and fill the pond up a little bit. There we go, I've finally fired it up. It's still running somewhat temporary, but we sort of end at second day messing about with this. So the water's running through here. Need to put an air stone in that. The heater's running. Water's running in. This needs sorting out. Just want a shed over it, something like that. I still need to sort out the drain outlet. I need to sort out the pressure booster pump inlet. That I'm going to do tomorrow, and then actually have it running. I've actually bypassed the drum for now. Only one pump's running, that one. The other pump's not running. I did turn it on and it seemed to a little bit over pump the system, but the drum filter's a little bit higher than it needs to be, so probably when we build a shed over it we're going to take these tiles off and lower it down a little bit. But yeah, running well, quite pleased with it. Just needs tidying out, but we're done good. Right then, I've actually lowered the drum filter, so as you can see I've just stepped it down like that. The level of the water in the pond is actually slightly too high, but we'll turn it on, see where it sits. Let's just get this turned on. See, it flows pretty well. Got a really good flow on it. Quite pleased with that. So now I'm just going to find out where the level sits. I actually think it will flow out of the overflow with the amount of water that's in the pond. I've also lowered this thing a little bit as well. You can hear the water coming in. We're making its way through the system. Right, so let's get it level and I'll come back to you with it running. Yeah, I was right, it does just overflow. But that's only because the pond's a little bit too full. So, we're not doing too bad. Once the pump's running, we'll be alright. So there we go, we got it running again. The pump's running, so that's the height it's sort of settled at, but only one of the pumps are running. There is another pump that's going to be on. I just can't find the remote for it to show you. I can't turn it on at the minute, but it's also, the one pump is also running a bit fast because it's the only pump I've got on, so it's dropped this K1 chamber a little bit. I think when it's running, this is going on full speed at the minute, I want it to run about half, and then the other pump is meant to take off take the majority of the flow, so I'm hoping that it settles to about here, somewhere like that, and then it'll be a nice K1 chamber. But yeah, the pond's water level's about right to where I want it, so yeah, I'm quite pleased, so there we go, heater's coming on. I think that's the end of this video, but not the last video that we're going to be doing on this setup, because I want to put that bakki shower there in the garage and we'll be showing that. So there we go. If you like this video, then please like it. If you want to see more videos like this and fishy related videos, then please feel free to subscribe. Any questions or comments, put them down below, and I shall see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.